What? What? Fucking dick. Why do you do this?
Pull up a chair, kids. It's story time for one of the stupidest, oldest bugs you'll ever did see in Starfield. Present since Morrowind. It all starts way back in sometime before 2002. Morrowind is already delayed and deep in development. There's this newfangled ownership system to denote if the player has stolen something. But wait. But what about when we want things to be marked as owned, so as to disincentivize the player from stealing it, but we don't know who owns it? Out of the way, boys. I've got it, says Todd. Boom. A shady smuggler is born in the construction set. Behold the Baron with 16 times the ownership of items. A shady smuggler. We'll put him somewhere the player can't get to in-game, and he can be the one who owns everything when we can't think of anyone else for it. And yea, all ye too behold, for I have named him a shady smuggler. So if by any chance some nosy player might see who owns these items in-game, they see an innocuous name, think, oh, okay, a shady smuggler owns it. And thus the Todd did spake, and so it was done. Fast forward to sometime in September 2023. Gamers are obsessed. Gamers are on fire, obsessed with Starfield. It comes out to massive player numbers, massive YouTube and Twitch numbers, people shitting on the game and shitty content mill game guides all over the place alike. While they molded about the Starborn's pronouns, I was studying the Blade with a heavily modded Starfield, dutifully combing one of the 20 points of interest for loot slop, when suddenly the owner has caught you stealing. Adoring fan, you son of a bitch. Why do you own everything? We're out in the middle of nowhere in this godforsaken... Todd, you son of a bitch. July 22nd, 2008. Meister Dieb posts something odd. I just noticed while playing around in the construction set. Probably an old hat, couldn't find anything helpful about it. In the census and excise in Satanine, lots of stuff is tagged as owned by a shady smuggler. And that's not all. This guy doesn't even exist. Well, technically he does, but he doesn't actually appear in-game. So, is there any reason why all that stuff is tagged as owned? And by a shady smuggler? It almost seems like there's more to it. Or there was supposed to. 376-37598. I've never heard of this. Did you check the NPC's AI packages? Perhaps the Census and Excise Office are packed to follow a shady smuggler. That way, if you steal anything, they both attack? Sad face? Meister Dieb. No, that's not it. Their AI packages are more or less empty. Nothing to link them to the mysterious owners. 376-37598. I'm not sure. Perhaps you're right. and they just wanted to give the items an owner so it would be a crime to steal them. Oh! So let's play that back in slow motion. We see here that I'm looting items flagged with ownership. The little red mark beside their name. We take a few things until wait. Spotted. All things stolen. All stolen items in the inventory taken back. The owner has caught you stealing. But who? No other than him. The adoring fan. It's him. It's fucking him. There is no shady smuggler anymore. Yet his spirit remains. He was deleted. But hark. What is next alphabetically? Where is the first ID'd NPC to assign default ownership to? I don't fucking know. What are you even talking about? We don't need a game design document, let alone engine documentation for this voodoo Frankenstein we've been duct taping upgrades to for 2 decades. Adoring fan. There are no NPCs with earlier IDs or alphabetically sorted coming before adoring. And so, that's when the adoring fan got these scars. The adoring fan in Starfield is boom, a shady smuggling fan. So in Starfield, evidenced clearly, it is demonstrated here that not only did Bethesda forget the workarounds they built in for their own engines, but that they had never even bothered to document or note it anywhere significantly for the past 20 years. Going on to then create a flagship companion character for Starfield, available to all players from the near immediate start of the game. So staff members, new and old alike, essentially lost the knowledge of the functionality of what was previously a quirky workaround that has now since become assimilated into being a core engine system. And there was no documentation for this, or if there were any documentation for it at any point, it was deemed a waste of time to either refer to it or to have it updated. So unbeknownst to nearly all involved, adoring fan, several patches on even, continues to be Starfield's a shady smuggler. Skibby-deeby. 31st October 2015. Judas Crinitus asks of a shady smuggler. Owns a lot of property in Vardenfell, it seems. A shady smuggler exists somewhat technically in-game as an NPC, but in an inaccessible cell in Mournhold. They couldn't find much info on him, other than the Elder Scrolls wiki. That is not even the glorious UESP, no! Mentioning that he has a surprising amount of dialogue about current events, but otherwise not notable. FYI, I checked for that comment that the current events he's referring to is, little advice, latest rumors, little secret. Does anybody know what's up with this enigmatic figure? Perhaps some kind of shady smuggler? Bessarion replies, Cause verse label somber, ditarer, each smell glorious, frightened bear. Mass edited with redact, not dev. Potek, though, retorts, I like to pretend he's the criminal kingpin of Morrowind. And Phil701 rightly states that I always assumed he exists so PC users using the toggle full help command would find items and bandit caves and such were actually owned by them, considering the large presence of smugglers in Vardenfell. Todd, you've done it again. Deleted. That's mysterious. Bargoth is secretly the shady smuggler. That's why the Imperials keep shaking him down.